boys and girls. We are driving in the Tesla, still heading to St. Louis. We are, I don't know, on the north side, just hitting St. Joseph, Missouri. I've got the forward-facing camera here showing you that we're entering some weather, and I've got a Lexus in front of me that doesn't want to pick a lane. But we've got some unfavorable weather, and full self-driving is doing its job. Very safe so far. Just rain and lightning. Like at this point, it's doing what's safe. So we're just going to sit here and I am on standard mode. I don't want to be too aggressive because I'm not in a hurry. I don't have any reason to be. Going to St. Louis at a very gingerly pace. Still doing above speed limit, of course. But we're not like being egregious about it. We're not in Mad Max is what I'm trying to say. We're in standard, not hurry. And we are watching it rain and see what, and it's handling it perfectly fine. We're slowing down. Got some traffic. Cars behind me are slowing down. So yeah, we're just stuck in some rain. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to continue this drive. The goal is obviously not to intervene, but I'll intervene if I need to. The beautiful lightning. So this is actually a pretty good test, I think. Let's see how we go here. We are just outside of St. Joseph, hitting Gower. Got an ambulance of some sort behind me, so I'm just going to tuck into the back end of this car here. I don't think this is the exit that they'd be going to because I don't see a hospital sign. So I'm going to stay in this lane. I am overriding just because of the sirens. And I will engage once the emergency vehicle is beyond me. And I'm also going to let the semi in. Looks like the emergency vehicle got off the exit, so we are going to continue full self-driving. It's being safe. We're doing about 60 miles an hour in a 75 zone or 70 zone, and we're hitting a small metropolitan area. There's going to be a speed limit decrease here anyway. So that will favor us because we probably want to go slow anyway because of the weather. Just got my first driving conditions have degraded, slowing you down. Visibility's getting pretty shitty. The emergency vehicle has definitely left the interstate. Back in my ice driving days, I used to love driving in snowstorms and rainstorms and just tucking in behind a semi like a fullback. Got a couple people pulling over just due to the volume of rain. It really hasn't been that bad. There's no real wind. It's just rain. Lightning. Drock, I'm heading to St. Louis. Currently I'm in St. Joseph dealing with some weather. What's the expected forecast for the rest of my drive? How much will I be in situations like this?
The drive to St. Louis looks mostly sunny and very hot this afternoon, with highs in the low 90s Fahrenheit and heat index up to 105 along Interstate 70. You'll likely avoid more bad weather after leaving the current spotty showers near St. Joseph. as no severe storms are forecast on your route for the next few hours.
Alright, so it sounds like this will clear up at some point outside of St. Joseph. We're at about 27%. I'm going to look here. We're about 30 minutes away from our charging stop. We're going to stop and get some dog food.
Yes, the showers should clear soon past St. Joseph. With 79 miles of range left, that supercharger at 201 North Belt Highway is about 6 miles north. Perfect timing in 30 minutes.
Overall, how has full self-driving handled adverse weather? I'm sure there's got to be some sort of documentation or reports on its abilities and inabilities. What can I expect? Okay, I lost Grok, lost the connection. That's the one thing I do find relatively amazingly helpful, but mostly useless is Grok. It's handy on occasion, it's fun to talk to, but most of the time it just doesn't work. Okay, so we're down to about 50 miles an hour. Visibility is pretty shit. Full self-driving has given me the third visibility warning, and concern with my non-important forward-facing camera is a little bit shitty. So we're down to 40, just cruising along. Nobody's being too, okay, so it's saying take over immediately. So that was where we got to. That worked out really well. So we are now off of full self-driving. Not sure why my camera shut off, but it did. But I'm currently driving right now, not full self-driving. I'll probably wait 5 minutes, try it again. See, we'll just try it again now. And we are back to full self-driving. Kind of curious about the takeover immediately back there. I wonder if it was due to the congestion of traffic and visibility, because the visibility is worse now than it was back there, but it's still handling it perfectly. So I'm betting there was probably more to it. Yep, just cruising in the rain. And again, I am in absolutely no hurry. I have no place that I have to be. So I'm going to be cautious. So we're back to taking over immediately. Okay, we are back on full self-driving. Yeah, I think there's some serious I think we're getting about an inch or two of accumulation on the road. It's pretty thick. Getting little gaps with the tires. And by the way, those of you who think that steer-by-wire changes the way you feel your car, it really doesn't. Okay, this is actually flat out impressive, and I gotta tell you how I'm thinking about this right now. I know you're seeing me with barely, like, without touching the wheel and no feet on the pedals, but reaction times being what they are, I've got it covered. I've got vehicles pulling off everybody. So this is my estimation here. I feel completely safe in driving this. I have control, but I also have cameras that are able to see, keep me in track, so that I only have to do a little bit of adjustment. And I also have it monitoring my speed, so I don't have to worry about overpowering the environment or the road conditions. So it's kind of like right now, there are two people driving the car. And I am literally freed up to look at everything around me cautiously. Like I got a broke down, not a broke down, but a pulled over vehicle up here. We got several of them here. Traffic is slowing down. And again, we're still on full self-driving. I am not intervening. But I will tell you that when and if I do intervene, it will not come as a shock to me, because I can see everything that's going on, which is really liberating, because I don't have to worry about, I know what my car is doing, it's just the car's doing it for me, so there's less output that I have to do. So now we're back to the takeover immediately. Okay, so instead of taking over immediately, I just put in some input, a small touch of the accelerator, because it was, slowing down because it was in takeover mode, and it still continued with the auto driving. So this is a great tandem system in working with the driver. I mean, this is literally driver aid. Now, right now, I would probably make the decision to get in the left-hand lane if I were manually driving. I've got 2 trucks ahead of me that are playing the passing game, and if I do that, really all it's going to do is create unnecessary congestion. So I will stay in the back of the pack. .53 miles an hour, and of course it's driving. And just to give you an idea, I think maybe about 10% of the vehicles on the road have decided to pull over. Okay, now, so this is the part where I'm going to sound smug, okay, so now it's going left. This is the part where I'm wondering if, like, if people knew that this was available to them without all the emotional bullshit and the blind loyalty to a company and technology and all that other stuff. If they realize what the capabilities of this actually are and the engineering and science behind it, I think more people would want to, all things being equal, why would you pay for a car that doesn't have this? Considering this comes in even the cheapest of Teslas, I think. Yeah, this is safety. Boy, this is impressive. So for fun, the rain's lightening up, so I just decided to bump it up to hurry mode, and it won't let me. Yep, starting to clear up. So I think the thing that people are kind of missing out on, I know that there's a lot of argument and talk online about the marriage of multiple technologies such as LiDAR, radar, and cameras. And I honestly, in the early days, I bought into that. I thought LiDAR was definitely a necessary thing. I thought radar was definitely a necessary thing. But when you start thinking about the cameras, it's kind of hard to think about cameras without thinking about your eyes. And just only seeing a camera as capable of what your eyes can see. You have a lot more of the visible light spectrum that I guess that this is actually getting information on. It's seeing things that I just can't see due to light conditions, shadows, all the things. So far, I'm thinking this is actually pretty freaking sharp. So now we're done with the rain. And it's still, it'll let me go down to chill, but it won't let me go above standard. Which is fine. That was actually what I was in before the rain started. We got people picking up speed now, so. And I've only got 13 minutes to my next stop, so we're gonna call this a video.